The Rap Roundtable.
Yes. What it do?
Yo.
Table coming to you with another edition of the vaunted Monday Night Live.
Yeah.
It's your host, your temporary host, till Jarv is back on deck with his usual schedule. You know what I mean? Work's been calling him away, but he'll be joining us, here and there.
Yes, sir.
Live. Macito finally decides to join us. What's going
on? Mace, what's goody?
I know your 30 seconds is more like 30 minutes, man.
I'm on West Coast time.
We can't keep the people waiting that long. Shout out to the chat, man. What's up? What's good with the vibes, man? I know we got a few y'all in here. Hit that like button. Let's spread the word.
There's always our apologies to the chat. We love y'all. Y'all always be waiting patiently. Well, most of y'all be patient. Some of y'all
be angry. We understand. Our apologies, bro. Schedules be scheduling, y'all. We don't do this to be assholes. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, connecting like Voltron. We do this so we can bring y'all that heat. Happy to have y'all in here. I see the count doubled up real quick. Love y'all. Keep hitting that like. We building. Shout out to Sincere, the point snob tonight. You know, he running the offense. You know, Macito. You know. Buckets all day. I'm your man, D the Balance. Job will be with us shortly. Pee Wee Kirkland, you heard?
Yeah,
no
but
pun
quick,
intended.
We got some things to talk about tonight. We're gonna talk a little Freddy Gibbs, a lot of Freddy Gibbs, actually. We have to have several conversations about Gibbs.
Facts.
A little Drake naturally because he dropped another joint.
Ratings, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's that, but he did drop. Like, we're not shoehorning him into the conversation. Like, he did drop some music.
Yeah,
so we're gonna talk about the bro. But before we get into all that, y'all know exactly what to do. You know what I mean? Head over to our page. First of all, hit like right now. You're watching us right now. Literally 5 second pause to go hit like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I better see all those likes going up.
Yes,
like,
sir.
Yes.
Right this
we
minute.
We need 500. That's what we go for.
We need at least 500. You know how we do.
Say that.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Then after that, go over to our page. Hit subscribe if you haven't. If you are subscribed and have not hit the notification bell, make sure to go do that as well. We got to remind everybody every single time. You know what I mean? Because it is what it is. The algorithm is going to do what it wants to do unless you tell it explicitly exactly what it is that you want to see and hear and you know what I mean? Be notified about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Get that interactive rap roundtable experience, the social medias. You know what I'm saying? It's a different experience on each different from the Twitter to the gram. Like, get in touch with us, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We outside, B. Like,
make sure they let that YouTube algorithm know that you fuck with us. You love us. You know what I mean?
Like we love y'all.
You know what I mean? And you want to see all the content that we drop. You know what I mean? Whether it's a live and an in studio. Every now and then we still do the lunch hour. And every now and then, you know what I mean? We pop on when there's some breaking news. You know what I mean? You want to be notified of all of that. You know what I mean? If you really, really mess with us tough like that. You know what I mean? So hit the notification bell. If you are new here, if this just suddenly popped up on your feed, welcome. Stick around. You know what I mean? Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their mother. And hit subscribe. You know what I mean? And if you're day one, you know what to do. Make sure to hit that like. Again, we need at least 500 likes on everything that we drop. Fellas, how we feeling? How was the weekend?
Man.
Dean,
Mace, I hope you got a better one than me.
The streets been waiting on a Dean side mission for a minute.
Yo, well,
so, like, what's the vibe?
Yo, I had a little. So I stumbled upon the side mission. It was a work weekend, crazy. I worked like the last 9 days straight. But I got word that a little something was going on in Harlem last minute. You know, I popped out. You know what I'm saying? 114th was this right in front of the row house. Harlem, oh my Lord, bro! Shout out to Harlem. When I tell you, it felt like old Harlem, bro. There must have been like 10 million people out there, 100 million parked cars. It was basically like an outside, like a block party that wasn't really a block party. You know what I'm saying? Traffic coming through the party, but it was a good vibe. A lot of
That
good
means
folks.
you tapped in then. That means you tapped in. What was the song that got played the most out? What's the song?
I heard a lot of things. I did hear that new Drake Essential C.
Where was my text? Where was my text? Where's my text?
Nah, this was This was late last minute. Man. I was already uptown, bro. I was already uptown at the shop with the homies.
I could have made it work, bro.
Then a barbecue happened, and then you'd be the first person I call, Sin, for the outside missions, bro. No funny, because I know Sin will pop out, but it was a quick. I was home by 12. It was that crazy, and I was tired from work.
So it wasn't even that late of a night.
Nah, bro. But when I left, it was still crazy though. I got there around like 10. You know what I'm saying? It was me, Tim, and the whole shop. Shout out to Big J.
On 149th?
Saturday on 114th. Was it 114th and 7? I can't remember the exact drink, but right in front of the row house. It was just.
What was the tunes though, Dan? What was
everything, bro. Everything. And the crazy part is it was coming from cars, but the cars out there was so lavish that the systems was bumping, bro. There was Rolls Royces out there. There was like 1960 Chevy type joints. Like, you know what? Well, shout out to Harlem, bro. I always say when Harlem turn up.
You heard that new Tyler out there? Everything?
I didn't hear no new Tyler. I ain't gonna cap.
Making sure.
I did hear the clips. Right. There was a few songs played off the album. Like, it was.
Love to hear that.
But it was outside events though. You get what I'm saying? It was mostly like turn up music, B. But immaculate. A lot of Harlem music. A lot of just New York vibes, B. A lot of champagne in the air. A lot of good folks.
Yo, real quick.
A lot of niggas don't be around.
Listen, I was in Harlem yesterday, but it was on family vibes. You know what I mean?
Okay, shout out to the fam.
But I was in Harlem yesterday, and I got off the train, and I was like, "Oh man!" Like, for those of you that don't know,
energy.
I used to live in Harlem. I don't live in Harlem no more. I have since relocated. But whenever I get back in Harlem, I'm like, "Oh man!" Like,
miss that vibe, man.
Like you step off the train or you step out the car, or whatever, and it's just like instant. Classic New York energy, man. Like I low key, I kind of miss it. I love where I live now, and you know the living situation, the space, much better than it was before. You know what I mean? So for the family, it's better. But that Harlem energy is different. Shout out to Fergie Baby that we just had on
Fergie,
episode 128. Go back and check that out. If you haven't hit play on that, if you haven't tapped in, make sure to go back and tap in after this live. You know what I mean? If not after this live tomorrow, but sometime
tap into the album, Summer League Series, man. Great album, man.
How quickly they forget though. No shouts to Dame Dash. Okay. All right.
Oh man.
Oh man. What in the Cowboys?
That's why he gotta be out of Wyoming now.
Because
the Harlemites don't rep him no more.
Y'all want to talk about that real quick before we get into the Freddy Gibbs?
Do you? Yeah. If you want to take a dive into the ocean of this.
Yeah, man. Like, what happened with Dame Dash? He's recently in the news. What happened?
Listen, Dame Dash, you know he's
damn.
He right now he's on his most recent round of art of dialogue interviews. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, regular Dame Dash. You know what I'm saying? He dressed up like Woody from Toy Story. You know what I'm saying? But with the mask on, because he got a rep. You know what I mean?
Yo.
He just talking.
You got to rep or you got to hide something?
Dang, man.
Oh, man.
They need to pull up on us and have a conversation, man.
They be flaming me for the same shit, so D ain't gonna have to say it.
That was Dame was that nigga, bro. It don't feel right to see like this. It feel like a small part of the world is wrong seeing my nigga go through this, bro. It don't feel right. He was the guy. It's crazy. It's 20 years ago plus type shit, but he was the guy. You know, he was the nigga you used to say like he would never fall off. He got more money than all these niggas. You know, like it just like hip hop is crazy sometimes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Barrel just called him Red Dame Redemption.
Oh,
bro.
Red Dame Redemption. It's crazy to see what niggas go through, though. I hate this for Dame, bro. I hate that it feels like he's been reduced to like Jay Shame interviews, man. I hate it, bro. I don't like this for Dame.
And you know that when the Nicki Minaj, the you know, whenever somebody's flaming up Jay, Dame is popping out, bro. Like, we know this. Like,
immediately. His spider senses be tingling, man. He feels
ready for it, man.
That's my op right there.
He's outside. Oh, man. Hate to see it for Dame, man. Anyway, hit the like button, hit subscribe, all
please.
That. You know the vibes. Let's get into this Freddy Gibbs, man. We over 200 now in the chat, so you know it's not nice and robust in the chat. Pause if applicable. I don't know, something about that word. Just
yeah.
Anyway, let's get into this Freddie Gibbs, man. We got to
Yeah.
talk to Freddie.
Let's
We've been talking Freddie for well, we haven't spoke about Freddie in some time since the last project that dropped, but like every time he drops, we always seem to have this conversation that we need to, you know, give him his flowers and show respect, and maybe put him in some conversations that a lot of people are afraid to put him in. And he just dropped the highly anticipated Alfredo 2
Part 2.
Fact.
And it, you know what's interesting though, because it was only announced like a few weeks ago. So it wasn't even like it was like we had that much time to really get hype about it. But the moment that name Alfredo 2 dropped, we knew what it was going to be. We knew the hype that was going to be surrounding it, because Alfredo, the original Alfredo with Freddy Gibbs and Alchemist, is a highly coveted project from 2020.
Sure.
You know what I mean? A lot of people will call it a classic. That's me. I'm people.
Yeah, you are.
So when we heard about Alfredo 2, it's a lot of hype. It's a lot of expectations. Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist linking back up, fellas. I'm gonna go to Deanie first, because I know Deanie taps in with Freddie Gibbs a little bit tougher than Mace. You know what I mean? So, Deanie, how did you feel about this as a Freddie project, but also as a follow up to the original Alfredo? Talk to me.
I thought it was a really, really good project. My only shame is I feel like, and I hate that I'm going to do this, but I just feel like I just wish he waited a little longer to drop this when I kind of got a little more over the Clips album. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like now, I feel like I'm almost
early, Dean.
Yeah, bro. I'm almost holding everything to that standard a little bit.
Okay.
Since, and the album's beautiful, bro. Like it has so many highs. Like the first two tracks, I thought they were good tracks, but they were just a nice little segue till I got to Lemon Pepper Steppers. You know, that's my type of shit. You get what I'm saying? When this is like Freddie's best to me. When the beat and him, the flow and everything just make a beautiful mesh. I feel like there's like 4 or 5 joints on this album that are like that. And once again, to hold it to that standard, I just the So Separately keeps popping to my head. And I was like, yo, he actually had the perfect everything on every song to me. That album is a classic on like the second listen. I was like, nah, he got one. But this album is really, really good, bro. We can go down. Shout out to Enchilada with Anderson .Paak. Anytime Anderson .Paak is on a hip hop song, you know it's gonna be a great vibe. The sounds on it was dope. I always say, you throw me personally a piano instrumental, you'll have my ear. If it's dope, I'm locked in. I'm biased that way. A dope piano beat, and I'm lost in the sauce. Street elegant type vibes. Like I love that shit. Empanadas, bro. Another one of those records where it's just that perfect Gibbs flow, because Gibbs got flows. You know what I'm saying? When he's able to get on the joint and do his 2 or 3 flows, and the beat is adjusting to the flow, and he's catching the pockets, and he's hitting all types of levels.
You're saying multiple?
Bro, it's not like back in the days when we would just say yes. It was, remember back in the days we know the niggas who had one dimension. He got a double time flow, he got a slow-mo flow, he got a regular flow.
Right.
He's talented, bro. Like we can't sleep on this kid. Put your pillows away.
He's expanded the flow count.
He brought in the horizon, bro. And like he's one of the few dudes that I feel like make that like street music, but there's still a dope vibe to the joint. You can put the top down, the auto ride to that. You can take the train to that. You could whatever. Like it's mood music. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like he did that perfectly on So Separately, and he did a really good job of that here. Skinny Suge, love the rapping, bro. The beat was just irritating me though. You know what I'm saying? I love Alp, but that beat, that wow sound in the background just kept knocking me off the song. Like I still love her. I feel like any song named that it almost has to be fire. Shout out to Common, like it almost has to be. Shangri-La, that's how you say it?
Yeah.
Fire. That's another one of those. That's one of those 5 or 6 joints that is like mwah, chef's kiss. Perfect. Gas Station Sushi, fire. Another one, bro. Like Lavish Habits, dope record. Good academics this, you know, shout out to the fat niggas, you know. Good act this. I love the energy. I love the fact that Freddie keeps punching. no matter what the situation is, no matter how many times we'll talk about a barbecue beatdown or whatever.
no matter how many times he gets punched up,
you know what I'm saying? No matter plunger gate, no matter what people throw at him, he just keeps on firing. And I love that, bro. I think that's a big part of hip hop, the bravado, the energy. Bro, like that's some shit that'll leave a nigga scarred. So I understand the fury of the rapping ability. You know how to make you a different nigga. Gold Feet. Shout out to JID. JID, we need that JID, bro. Like, great verse, great song, good vibe, good summertime song. Maybe that's like the motion he was going for. There's a few joints on this that got a dope vibe and just a dope energy. Jean-Claude and Thousand Mountains, another great record. You get what I'm saying? But I got my 5 joints and I'm like, nah, these are automatic rotation. Great album. Definitely would get more spins. But I think I'm just a little too lost. The clips fucked me up, bro. I think I'm just a little too lost in the sauce of the let God sort them out. But this is a great album. I'm gonna keep listening. I know it's gonna get better upon each listen. But as of right now, it's like it's a battle I'm fighting, bro. I feel like Pookie just tapping the wrist, Scotty.
I mean,
like it's so much good music. It's so much good music.
I might clip that thing.
A lot of shit.
Yo, you know what I mean? There's so much good music coming out right now. But nah, it's a really, really good album. And I only got to spin it one time. On the first listen, I was like, "This is a great,
Just the one time?
My weekend's been crazy, bro.
You didn't really like it like that.
Bro. It's not like that. Dean. It's not. If y'all niggas knew my weekend, if y'all niggas,
politician, man.
Yo, the mayor, nigga, I'm in these streets, B. You see me, I'm outside. I'm only inside the pod, gang. Like I'm really outside. My wifey, she knows the vibes.
We know, bro. We know.
I'm outside, but the album's beautiful, bro. You know me. I'm a public transportation nigga. I love a good train ride, a good bus ride, and I let it spin. And I was like, yo, this took me places. The trans, which is the song where they had the fucking transient kind of like the Gold Feet. That beat, bro, with the euphoric vibe, bro. I wasn't even fried, bro. I listened to it on just straight like GP time, like I'm going to work. But the Sonics though.
I'm talking shit. I'm just talking shit because I know this is very much because I know this is very much a BD album.
Bro, you know it's a great album.
He loved
a really good album.
June Alchemist album. And this
a lot of people felt the way.
This is that on a next level.
Y'all gotta understand this. Like music,
got the raps too.
Music is like a woman. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of ways, you find beauty in all different types of shit. Some people they raps are slender. Some people raps are paws thick. You know what I'm saying? Some people are short. Some people are tall with the rap. There's so many different styles to vary. You get what I'm saying? And I love music, bro. So I delve how I delve, B. Then I hate you. But
rap is like a woman, bro.
Yo, it is, bro.
You need to make that a song, bro.
Some are top heavy, some are bottom heavy. Like, you know, so some rappers are bar heavy, some rappers are flow heavy, some just are melodic. Like there's different types of sounds people deliver. Like I don't go for just one thing. I feel like everyone delivers something and just do what you deliver great. Playboy Carti does what he does great. Kendrick Lamar does what he does great. Drake was doing what he was doing great prior to all this shit going on. You know, just do what you do and just make it great. And I might just fuck with it. Culture.
Yeah.
Salute, Dean.
Maze, talk to me.
This album is damn good. Just like Sin said, I've had like a, you know, hot cold type of, you know, feeling about Freddie throughout his career. I never been the biggest Freddy Gibbs fan, you know what I mean? Shouts to you know to the Gibbs lovers, you know what I mean? Y'all been talking about this for years, and I gotta say y'all right. Now I say for me, and I feel like a lot of people who, you know, aren't spring chickens would feel the same way. When I was first introduced to Freddy Gibbs, he was more like a gangster rapper, right? He was more like, remember, he was signed to Jeezy back when, you know what I mean? That was the vibe. Like,
right.
To see him in 2025 become like the, you know, the boom bap king, for lack of a better words, is interesting, right? Because he almost, when he was introduced, was like the alternative to that. In 2009, who were the boom bap niggas? Elzai, Guilty Simpson. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Whoever the boom bap niggas in 2009 was.
Sazoo.
Yeah, Sazoo. You know what I mean? So Freddie wasn't initially introduced like that. So I think it's always been hard for me to mentally make the jump to what he's become artistically. And I feel like that's why, I've been a little bit of a hater throughout his career. But what you can't shit on him, right? This is his discography is known, especially like 2020s on, like elite, top of the game type shit. So we know when we heard this that it was going to be some pain, right? Especially with Alk involved. So I can't say he's let me down at all, to be honest with you. This album is damn good. Dean made a couple mentions already. Like there's some highlights on this that are already in my top of the year list.
Talk about it.
Ensalada. I feel like that's one track. If you type Ensalada on Twitter, all your mutuals will probably have something to say about that one.
Talk.
Skinny Shug 2, Dean, you wildin', bro. Like you might have to turn So Be It down a little bit, bro. Yeah. Like that Skinny Shug beat is crazy. Like you wildin', bro. You wildin'. That shit is some pain. You mentioned Shangri-La, Gold Feet. This 1995 from the first track. I was speaking to Jarv about this around midnight, 1 a.m. when this shit first dropped, and I told him I was gonna listen to this shit as some background music. But after 1995, I was like, all right, you gotta listen to this shit for real, bro. Like, don't fuck around. So,
great album.
Perfect follow-up to Soul Separately. And part of it's difficult for me to call it a shift. Because it's almost like taking away from what niggas like Freddie and the Clips, like these niggas have been putting in work for this type of work for a decade. So it's just a continuation of the work that he's been putting in and really like making. I wouldn't be if Gibbs is in top 10 lists now. I can't argue with you. You know what I mean? The work speaks for itself. The MCing speaks for itself. And as far as the MCing, Gibbs has this weird type of thing, right? Where he could be a down-to-earth lyrical nigga, right? It's like you feel
dare I say a down-to-earth gangster.
Street
right,
shit.
Right. I know this might seem blasphemous for a lot of people, but as far as like delivery and emotion, I get a lot of the same feelings that I do listening to Pac when I hear Freddy Gibbs, bro. Like the pain in his voice, the emotion in his voice. It's just coming from the Pac stand of the group. I almost left the Rap Roundtable because they were shitting on Pac one time. Yeah. Like I'm the guy.
I was not a part of that.
So, the combination of that relatability and that type of like, ruggedness, rawness, combined with what he could bring lyrically, what he could bring, I won't necessarily say conceptually. He isn't the conceptual MC, but very, very, very incredible songwriter. So I got to give Gibbs his credit, right? Gibbs is really, he's continuing what he's been doing, right? I off first listen, guys, I was putting this up with the first Alfredo, like maybe because I was a little bit of a Gibbs hater when Alfredo dropped, that I never thought, I was a bandana guy. For to be honest with you, but
fire,
incredible album. As far as because Dean, you already forced the comparisons, bro. You know what I mean? And
I'm sorry, bro.
No, we know at the end of the year,
it's the elephant in the room.
It is, bro.
And we know at the end of the day, these two, because the Clips and Freddie Gibbs are always two artists that when they drop are in album of the year contention. You know what I mean? As far back as they've been dropping. So, as far as those two are concerned, I'm not willing to take a hard stance on which is better yet, because while I believe Push and Malice are clearly superior MCs to Freddie, and I like what they say more than Freddie, I think Out brought more than Pharrell did on, yeah, I do. I do. You know what I mean? I think Out brought more on here. So I'm feeling the production on Alfredo 2 a little bit more than I'm feeling the production on the Clips album. Obviously, I've always been such a Push fan. It's hard for me to say it's just
calm down.
Better. But Sin, bro, Sin.
Nah, you are
I would
wrong,
hate
though,
to
but
upset the actual super producer, the rap snob.
No, it's not. I'm not offended. I'm just shocked that is your take. Man.
Yeah, right. Because my production, how the type of beats I like. You know what I mean? So usually this type of shit ain't really my shit. But Yeah, I that's how I'm feeling right now. So I'm not gonna take like I feel like Clips is just some fly shit. Like, you know what I mean? Clips is the type of shit that I feel I was raised on more. So I'm going to lean towards that as far as a listenable experience. But album for album, I'm not willing to say one is better than the other right now. Two of the top 2 candidates for me for album of the year.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
Sin.
I did not expect that from Mace. I'm going to keep it honest.
Very shocked.
Very, very surprised.
Wow.
Are we hearing the music? No, I don't think we're hearing Jarvis' music quite just yet. Nah, we're not hearing this music.
Oh, I thought we heard
not yet.
No, I thought
it was
I heard
a pull-up.
It was a ringtone. My bad.
Somebody look behind the curtain real quick.
Somebody's phone went off. I thought it was. All right, man. So where do I start here? First of all. Shouts to Freddy Gibbs, number 1. But by himself, I mean, absolutely. He's similar to what May said. He's managed to like really carve out an incredible lane for himself. I almost I want to call it a niche, but I feel like calling it a niche is like is almost not enough. Like that's not a strong enough word. But he has his own lane right now. And he's been able to carve it out in a time when it almost at one time it seemed like Freddie's career was, going to fall by the wayside. And he knew that this was his calling. He knew that he was, like he said, or like Jeezy said, he was one rapping ass motherfucker. And he was like, yo, like I'm there's no way that I'm going to fail at this. You know what I mean? And so for him to have been able to build this sort of discography for himself, not just with Alchemist, but with Madlib, and not just with Madlib, but with countless other producers, sold separately, had like, crazy producers on there. Amazing. You know what I mean? The last project that came out,
the one that had the Tony Tone sample anniversary that they snatched back.
Yeah. With the green cover, like the name escapes me right now. That had, very varied production on it. So
fire.
First of all, shouts to Freddy Gibbs for becoming evolving into the artist that he's evolved to. You know what I mean? Second, shouts to Alchemist. Shouts to Freddy Gibbs and Alchemist for being brave enough to follow up Alfredo. Not everybody's willing to follow up a project or an album that a lot of people will deem a classic. You know what I mean? Raekwon has done it. Ghostface is about to do it. You know what I mean? I don't know if we count Nas when he put out Illmatic for Illmatic. I don't know, but you know what I mean? And then, Jay had the Blueprint 2, Blueprint 3, but there's only a select few super ill legendary MCs that are willing to put out that follow-up, you know what I mean, to a classic album, that sequel album. As an album on its own, by itself, in a vacuum, this is a great album. This is a great body of work. On its own, if we had been in a time period where it was a bit of a music desert, you know what I mean? If we hadn't gotten some dope music or dope vibes in a minute, this would have done really nicely. You know what I mean? Not that it's not doing nicely now. It's doing very well for me right now. Sonically, song-wise, song structures, beats, rhymes, the theme throughout the album, or the track listing, the way it's put together.
The sequencing.
Thank you. The sequencing of the album.
Javi.
Got the music
in the red room.
The sequencing is amazing. The only problem for me, as Deanie said, is that it came so shortly after Let God Sort Him Out.
Yeah.
So shortly after the clips. And I'm sorry, like I would love to be able to judge music and projects in a vacuum, but we're humans. It's impossible. It's impossible to do that. Not only am I holding it up against the Clips album, I'm also, because it's Alfredo 2, the sequel, I'm holding it up against the original Alfredo. You know what I mean? And while this album is great, it's great. It's a great album. 1995 sets it off with fire. You know what I mean? Ensalada, Flame, Shangri-La, amazing. Like, again, my little, color coding that I have here in my notes, with fire, green, yellow, and red, it's 3 fires, a lot of greens, and some yellows. There's nothing that's whack on here, right? So no reds, nothing whack. But when I compare it to the Clips album, and we're gonna do that in a second, it's tough. It's tough because I'm coming off the Clips album and I've been listening to that religiously, and then I come into this album and I'm like, this is a dope album. But I'm inclined to go back to the Clips album. Not only that, I spun this twice, and then I spun the original Alfredo. The original Alfredo, still a classic to me. There's nothing. Here's my thing with it. There's nothing on this album that is as aggressive and screwface inducing as Frank Lucas. Now I know, Freddie and Benny the Butcher, they've had the issues. Everybody knows that. So I don't expect them to link back up. But the energy on Frank Lucas, even if it would have been with somebody else, or even if it would have been by himself, I needed that type of Alchemist beat on him. You know what I mean? That Frank Lucas beat, immediate screwface. I didn't get anything like that on here. Then Something to Rap About, the joint that he did with Tyler on Alfredo. You know what I mean? That beat there is just pure bliss. You know what I mean? I didn't get a vibe like that on here. Ensalada's there. Ensalada's close. But I didn't get the Something to Rap About kind of vibe. And then here's the thing. It's the juxtaposition of the two. Because on Alfredo, we got Frank Lucas and Something to Rap About back to back. You know what I mean? And with this, I feel like it was a smoother ride throughout. But it didn't take me on, you know me, like I've talked about this in past album reactions and reviews. For me to be really impressed with the album and think of it as possibly an immaculate album, a classic album, it has to take me on some sort of ride. It has to take me on highs and lows, peaks and valleys. You know what I mean? And I don't mean peaks and valleys in terms of quality. I mean in terms of vibe, in terms of themes, in terms of just all around. This was a very smooth, just like on cruise control almost. You know what I mean? But the aggressiveness of like a Frank Lucas followed up with like the sublimeness of Something to Rap About. I didn't get those juxtapositions here. I didn't get those side by sides here. You know what I mean? And so to me, this is a really, really, really good album. It's a good album. Dare I say a great album? But it peaks there. It's not better than Alfredo, and we're gonna talk about it in a second. But like the bar that's been set by the Clips album is, for me, really, really, really hard to live up to.
I mean, if we're gonna talk about it in a second, you kind of burying the lead or giving it away already, Sam.
I get it, but Dini already opened up the door, so
Not bad.
Oh, so wait, I missed the opening segment. Y'all just fucking off the second segment. I might as well get into it. Like, what? Come on, Dini.
It's a like Sin said, the screw face of it all. It's even the same thing with Triple S. The first time I heard Triple S, man, that feeling it gave me was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like when I heard this album, I was like, this is great, but I didn't get what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like it's great music, but the Clips album just put me in a different zone, bro. Like it took me to a place I just haven't escaped from yet. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. First and foremost, I think it's very irresponsible to listen to this album and overtly say it's not the
You're
Clips
right.
album, so I'm gonna grade it. I'm not with y'all on that at all. Like if you
I
say
don't think
like,
it's irresponsible at
Yeah,
all.
it's
you
yeah.
know,
We said it.
2
We
weeks
said
of it
it's
dropping.
fucked up. Yeah, we said it's
nah,
fucked up.
I don't think it's
I
very
hate to do it, but
responsible for
Coach,
y'all
y'all.
to even measure it that way. Like that's like Freddie Gibbs don't need the Clips for you to measure his albums. Like you can just use Freddie Gibbs' own catalog if that's the case. Like we talked about it last week. We could say, all
I
right,
did. Alfredo is not as good as Alfredo.
something along the lines of, all right, I can't really listen to the Tyler album because I just came off the Clips and Ray. I could get that, but if you're measuring this album in any shape or way off of the Clips album, that's irresponsible to me.
You're not both Coke rappers?
Huh?
They're not both Coke rappers? We don't put them in that same.
Nah, but you're
They're not both
measuring the
lyricists?
album and your enjoyment or the scale of how good it is, saying in a vacuum and all of that. I just don't think that's responsible. You know, because you gotta. I don't think Freddie Gibbs made this album for you to measure it against the Clips. He wants you to measure it against himself and
that's true.
his body of work. That's just my opinion. I'm not asking you guys to
Right.
agree.
I
That's
did,
my
but
perspective.
I did that too.
And I even
you led
acknowledge
with
that
the
I hate that I'm doing that job. I even
You led
acknowledge
with the
that I
Clips
hate
and
that
you
I'm
threw
doing
Freddie Gibbs in on the side, Sam. I was listening. My opinion, I don't even think it's a great album. I think this is a solid project. You know, first and foremost, I'm not gonna call it mid. I'm not gonna disrespect it, but you know, sonically,
There you go, Judge.
to me, it just feel like he's somewhere, like he landed with this project somewhere between what he was trying to do with the bandanas and the Alfredos, along with what he was doing with the Soul Separately's and You Only Die Once. Like I came in, I could admit, guilty as charged. I was being responsible too. I came in, walking in the door, expecting a continuation of Alfredo 1 as far as the Sonics. I was pleasantly surprised as far as he's doing something different. He's blending some of the things that's garnered him some more success recently, along with a situation of, all right, I'm gonna give y'all a little something different. I'm gonna subvert expectations, I guess is what you could call it. But if I'm going song by song, to me, this album just feels like a lot of highs and lows. Like the rapping is there. Freddie Gibbs can rap his ass off. We're not even talking about the rapping. At this point, I'm spiritually speaking on the song making. The song making, some of the songs, I was feeling like impatient. Where's the crescendos at? Where's the peaks? Where's the valleys? To me, like there was no peaks or valleys. It was just like right in the middle. Dare I say it felt safe. Like this is cool. I don't feel like Alchemist stepped outside of his box. I felt like Alchemist did his best Harry Fraud impression on his project. Like it didn't feel like an Alchemist project to me. It didn't have any heights. It didn't have any dynamic moments. It was just, bro, like this album, it felt like paint, bro. Like this is a cool 7. Like, you know what I mean? Above average album. It's not gas to me in any way. Like, to me, the fourth quarter is where the album really sticks. Like I like Gold Feet, Jean-Claude, and 1,000 Mountains to end the project. And it didn't even feel like, to me, the way that the album was sequenced, it didn't even feel like the end to me. It was like, all right, it didn't feel like a door was closing. It just felt like, all right, we could have went 15, 16, 17, 18 on this shit. Like, I want to say I'm disappointed, you know, because I was coming off of what he's done, and I've come around on Freddie Gibbs. I can't even cry about the flows because, you know, that's what he does. I like the disses, even if he did get beat up in a barbecue spot. I enjoyed the disses. I enjoyed the bravado. I enjoyed that. The rapping is always going to be there, but them songs, there's a lot of forgettable music on this album. I'm sorry, I can disagree if y'all want, but there's a lot of forgettable music on this album. There is no standout song to me on this album that we're going to be talking about at the end of the year and be like, yo, that song knocked out MF and Socks off. And that's just strictly on what Gibbs has delivered to us in the past. There ain't no anniversary on this shit. It ain't no Blackest in the Room on this shit. Like, where the standouts? Where the deep cuts at? Where
it's crazy because I was gonna ask you what were your standout joints too. Not Lemon Pepper Steppers is a standout. Enchilada, empanadas, Shang La.
I gotta go. So I just want to finish my point. Yeah, like if we gonna talk about this shit, like you got this clown nigga TZ been crying the whole time. Listen, motherfucker. You know what I mean? If you don't agree with niggas who talking about music, stop crying in the chat. I hate crying ass niggas, my nigga. Who used the album one time? The album was been in rotation. I was the first nigga on the rap round table to listen to this album. To the point that Sin called me out in the group chat behind that shit. You know what I mean? I've been running this album. I've been spinning the album Friday, Saturday, Sunday, drove listening to it into Monday because I want to really love this album. And I got to tell you the truth. I just like it. It's cool. It's all right. But it's nothing dynamic. It's nothing special about this project. Because a lot of Freddie Gibbs fans is gonna be mad at me, but I don't find this album to be special in any way. It's a solid offering from an elite lyricist. That's my opinion.
Jarv came in calling me irresponsible just to end up agreeing with me. That's
Well, it was a bait and
crazy,
switch,
bro.
You know?
That's crazy.
Called baiting and switching.
To run the 2-man offense, bro.
Oh man. Nah, I think Jarv's being a little harsh. But I don't totally disagree with him. It's a smooth ride. I feel like Freddie's on autopilot. I feel like, dare I say it, okay. I love Alchemist. There's some production on here that I love, but I feel like he's kind of on autopilot. You know what I mean? And he's that and like in agreement with Jarv, they didn't give us too many moments. You know what I mean? And this album had more songs, more tracks on it than the original Alfredo. I feel I had more moments on Alfredo. You know what I mean? Scotty Beam with Rick Ross.
Yeah, fire.
Moment. Frank Lucas with Benny. Moment. You know what I mean? The moment Tyler comes on to something to rap about, moment. And it's not to say that like he needed those features or those type of features, but it's just the combination of everything. You know what I mean? It was a combination of Freddie being in his bag, in his prime. It was a combination of Alchemist providing the production to bring those types of moments to life. You know what I mean? And then as a third part of it, then pairing it with the right features. You know what I mean? Rick Ross is perfect for Scotty B. Benny the Butcher is perfect for Frank Lucas. I mean, Tyler's perfect for something to rap about. So like it's like catching lightning in a bottle. You know what I mean? That's how I felt about Alfredo. Having the original Alfredo, having Freddie Gibbs where he was at in his career and Alchemist where he was at in his career, and then picking the features that they did. And no, listen, let me not ignore Conway the Machine on Babies and Fools. Yeah. That was another moment on there. You know what I mean? And that beat that Alchemist made with the sample, the vocal sample as the hook, brilliant. You know what I mean? That's what I needed more of on this album. And I just didn't get it. You know what I mean? Alfredo 1 is better than Alfredo 2, but Alfredo 2 is still a good album. It is what it is.
You muted, Jarv.
Jarv, you muted.
I've seen Freddie Gibbs. I've heard Freddie Gibbs perform at such a high level to where I'm listening to this and it's like we done heard better from you. And it's like, it's no need to get up in arms. Like, you got cats in the chat who, I don't know, y'all know who Marcus Wilson is? Like, East Coast bias. Like, you just got here, bro. Like you obviously one of the newest people here. You don't know the history with the power of Freddie Gibbs. Calamate, Papi. Just disagree. Like, y'all so knee-jerk reacting on East Coast of it all. Like, nah, gang. And he don't even rhyme like he's from the South or the West.
Well, I don't understand that because I was just talking about how Alfredo was a classic.
Right. This is the thing. Like, people just wanted you to agree. Like, I done heard high-level raps the last two, specifically the last two projects from Gibbs. But he turned me around to where I'm like, yo, this guy's really dope. And even if I feel like he does not have like the quote, the Batman utility belt when it comes to flow dexterity. Dini made a strong point. He got 2 to 3 flows that he uses, and he makes it work with his beat selection and things of that nature. To the way it's like, all right, he might not have the things that I look for, but he does everything else at a high clip. If all the other sliders is up, you know what I mean? And cool. So I came in hype over this problem. Like, Gibbs dropping again. But again, I was the first one to listen to this shit because I'm like, he's gonna give me exactly what we want. He's like coming over what the Clips did. This we eating good. And again, I didn't say the album was whack. I'm saying the album is not special. I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat saying 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. I'm like, where y'all seeing 4 out of 5 at? If you saying 4 or 4.5 out of 5, that's a classic. Y'all heard a classic this weekend? That's crazy.
Some people did.
I didn't hear classic.
I heard a good album. I heard a really good album.
Real quick, I want to hear from you, Mace, because you put it up against the original Alfredo.
Right, because
Mace, he being problem. He don't believe that in his heart. He being problematic.
I don't disagree.
You don't believe that.
I disagree. So I disagree with you, Job. I think Enchilada is easily one of the best songs of the year.
You
You
won't be
can't tell me
talking
you heard
about
5 songs
Enchilada
better
by
than that.
October 1st, my dude. You
What's
won't.
that?
You won't be talking about Enchilada by October 1st.
Maybe not. To me, it's
Depends
one
on
of the
what
best
drops.
songs
If
of the
some extra fire drops,
year.
but there's a
Shangri-La.
couple of joints on here that's going on my 30 though, no
This
question.
what I'm saying. Skinny Shug too. Like, come on. Like, I feel like if you want to, I can see the argument being made that the lows are lower on here, right? Than you would think of in a classic project
If the
or
lows
a
are
superior.
lower, so where would the highs be to make Alfredo
Enchilada.
food?
The whole chat is saying
Enchilada,
Enchilada.
lemon
Khan is
pepper,
saying that
Come on.
Enchilada is the high.
Shangri-La,
Enchilada
and
clears
Gold Feet.
the whole
Okay.
Alfredo.
Hold on.
I never said that.
In John's defense,
Oh,
we're gonna need
shit.
something more than Enchilada.
Bro,
We're gonna need something more than just one
there is
song.
no Scotty Beam because I'm looking at the Alfredo track list now. There's no Scotty Beam here. There's
Scotty
no
Beam
Frank
is
Lucas here.
crazy.
There's
Scotty
no
Beam was
Sugar the
different,
Rapper
though.
out here. There's no baby
phenomenal.
shit here. There's no Skinny Shug here. There's no Babies and Fools here.
And look, because this is a sequel album with a sequel song on it. Not only is the album not as good as Alfredo, Skinny Shug 2 compared to the original Skinny Shug.
Talk about it, Sid.
No.
Mace Wallen.
The original Skinny Shug. Oh my God.
It's the section on the rap round table.
That's why I think, you know what? I think that's really why I'm so salty because it's like I heard Alfredo one. I got yelled at by y'all niggas for fronting on Alfredo one the first time to where I had to grow the fuck up and be like, this album is gas.
And then Triple S brought niggas home.
Triple S made me go back to Alfredo. Like, I really was bugging
shit,
back.
like, this is what we doing? We making this type of heat?
The original Skinny Shug is like,
the
moment it comes
Alfredo
on, bro.
2 or it's Godfather 3. Which one is it? I don't know.
I feel
I'm about to have niggas be like, pan the album.
Opposite of how you feel, Job. I feel like
I respect it.
When you come, if you maybe 3-4 months, if you come back to this project and take away how you felt about the earlier Freddie projects, because largely what I'm hearing is that, and you know, I'm not judging you by it, but I hear you judging him by his past projects. You know what I mean? I'm more judging it in the context of what's going on right now.
In the context, I don't think this album is special. I think it's good. It's just not great. It's not 4 out of 5. Out of 5, I might give this a 3.5.
Disagree. Hard disagree.
That's.
I think
the songs. I know this Mace. I think the songs. The song niggas
Freddie
like.
Gave
Niggas
us
like.
A-, maybe B+ performance on here. Out gave us an A. To me, that averages out to like an A-. That's a 4 for me.
I like the concept. I like the Japanese mob element of it. Yeah. But some of these songs are very forgettable. And Gibbs ain't been making forgettable music recently.
Yeah, a couple of these joints I feel like these could have been like so separately side joints. Like the 4 joints I love, like those are the ones. You know what I'm saying? Are they gonna be like in October? That's a tough question, Joe. We'll see in October. But bro, like there's a few joints that I like on it. But you know how it is when you like a joint, but you really like a joint, even if it only got 2 joints on the shit, but you really love them 2 joints. I just really, really love the 4 joints that I love on here, and I think the other joints are pretty good songs.
I love that record.
Fire!
And that's, you know what I mean? This gas. You know what I mean?
That's gonna be one of the ones on the list.
You know what I mean? JID
rapping.
Yeah, rap the fuck.
Lavish Habits is kind of hard.
He rolled him up, bro. He rolled Freddie up on that.
That's Shangri-La though. That joint just talks to me though, bro.
Like Larry June upset me on this project. Y'all, some of y'all love Larry June, but boy, ooh,
I do.
You know what I mean?
But Larry June give me exactly what I expect from him, bro. I don't expect.
No, here's the thing.
I like that joint. I like the feeling. I'm gonna be honest. I liked it.
I like the basicness of it all.
It's good, but Larry June should not be a feature on a rapping ass motherfucker's record. You know what I mean? It's not gonna fit.
Just be the hook.
Somebody said 3.5 is harsh.
It might fit on the beat, but when you hear like a Freddie or a JID or somebody like that rapping, and then you hear Larry June,
that
shit don't fit.
Larry June killed the vibe, bro.
Do the hook next time.
Killed the vibe. I like the joint. You know what? The joint Enchilada is kind of tough with, you know what I mean? I just don't think it's like dynamic. Like I seen him. I'm sorry, Gibbs. He done tweeted it out. That might be his favorite song off the album. But I'm like, it's cool. Is there a Blackest in the Room on this project?
No.
I'm just saying.
And here's my thing.
Scotty Beam, no.
The one attempt at him, I don't know. I guess being, try not to be super gangster. You know what I mean? With I still love her. It felt a little forced. I don't love I still love her. It felt a little forced. The Alchemist beat.
It's a skip. Just say it. Say it with your chest.
It felt a little saccharine. A little
sugary.
Saccharine, and I don't expect that from Alchemist. You know what I mean?
Niggas gotta sell records too, man. Come on.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all right. It's all right.
Like
I don't know.
every album gotta have at least something with a little vibe on it.
You know,
something for the summer. It's a summer. You know what I'm saying? There's summer music. There's a few good ride out joints.
What's summer? Who's spinning it? Besides us, nigga.
That enchilada goes crazy.
We can say that about a lot of people, Joe. We can say that about a lot of niggas, bro.
This is true, though. This is true.
You're not gonna hear the song on no big speakers, man. Y'all cut it out. You're not gonna hear that song on no big speakers, bro.
I might hear Go Feet. I might hear Go Feet on the big speakers.
The way it set off though, 1995 goes crazy, man. Especially when the second half of the beat comes in with the guitar.
Yeah.
Right. That shit is crazy, bro.
Lemon Pepper Steppers is
Lemon Pepper Steppers is crazy.
Oh man.
I feel like Job is going a little
fire, bro.
On this project, bro.
Yo,
Anderson Pac
is regressing a little bit back to his Gibbs hater ways.
Job the rap, the snob guy, bro.
That's right, Sid. That's right, Sid. Come on now.
I think
the point snob and
you know what I mean?
And the snob
y'all
guy.
Y'all lie and say this album is great. It's not.
It's good.
It's good. That's what I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Well, like that's a 3.7.
3.7.
You could give it a 3.7.
I give it 3.7.
I'm going 4. Jav came through with the bass on his voice. Y'all ain't like the album as much. I still like it, guys.
I'm going with 4. I'm going
4?
with 4.
You giving it a 4? So what you gave Alfredo 1, mate?
Alfredo 1 is like 4.75. Like
Alfredo 1 is at least a 4.5.
But you just said Alfredo 2 is better than Alfredo 1.
I didn't say that, Jav. You listen to Sin. I said on first
the production.
On the first listen, I liked it more than I liked it on Alfredo on the first listen. That's the actual quote. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Hey, look, it's a good album, and in the overall totality, we are still eating good. It's a good album. It's just we've heard. Am I wrong, chat? I'm gonna go to the chat too.
Talk to
Am I
chat.
wrong to say we've heard?
I don't think the chat's fucking with you right now, Jav.
I don't care.
I really don't. It's a few here and there.
I'm just saying. Isn't this?
DC Slim? All right, hold on. DC Slim says it's average. Andre Miller 3.75. Let's see who else agrees with you. I think LP somewhere agree with you.
You skipping all the 4s and 4.5?
No. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
He's showing the people that's agreeing with me.
She in 4.25.
4 out of 5. There was somebody. Here, Jeremy Cole. Clips is 5 out of 5. Alfredo 4 out of 5.
All I'm asking is, have we heard better? Chat. Don't worry about if you agree with me or not. I'm asking, have we not heard better from Gibbs?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. No question.
So now you comparing it to his past discography.
I've been doing that. Don't do that.
Sounds like irresponsible.
I was irresponsible.
You spent more time comparing him to the clips than he did to himself. You know what I mean? I came in comparing him to himself.
This is facts. That clips fucked us up, bro.
All I'm saying is,
it's a lot of good music.
What the clip is, bro.
So, Sin, Bandana, Alfredo, So Separately, You Only Die Once, and then this project. Is this not the worst out of that 5 window?
Only Die Once. I'll take this over You Only Die Once.
All right. So I ain't bugging. We all saying the same thing.
I'll take this over that. Alfredo 1 clears.
Bandana clears too. Bandana clears too.
Bandana clears too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, and So Separately is like the magnum opus at this point. So
I get it. But
you
know what I mean?
And Freddie has dropped nothing but 4.5s and 4.75s.
The last 3 or 4 joints have been crazy.
I shouldn't be mad.
That's the thing. You know what I mean? It's like
when Nas, but I disagree. Pinata
better. Thank you, K Vision. Pinata better than this too.
It's like when Nas dropped
Pinata.
I Am was a great album. It just wasn't Illmatic and it was real.
I Am was a fire album. Before it was on every carpet. The bootleggers had that crazy.
I like arguing hip hop with my niggas though. I don't know about y'all in the chat, but this is what we here for, you heard?
Yeah.
So
chat lit too.
So we're here now. You know what I mean? The conversation's already been had, but like let's make it official. A lot of people are talking about Alfredo 2 in album of the year, as an album of the year contender, in album of the year conversations. But we just had the clips like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? I think like 3 weeks ago. It's tough. I mean, I've already made my thoughts. I've already expressed my thoughts. But let's hear from you fellas. Alfredo 2, let God sort him out. How's it looking for y'all?
Like I said, man, you know, I'll be the diplomatic answer first, so the chat can be mad at y'all. For me, I can't just say one is better than the other right now. What Malice and Push do lyrically is so incredible, right? With the dexterity, the just as MCs, you know what I mean? If you really study the game, what they do as just rappers is just incredible, right? So it's hard to listen to anything and say, yo, it's just better than that, right? But I feel like, you know, there's one part is that we didn't hear Push and Malice together for so long. So I feel like a lot of people are still holding on to that, right? While we might have heard 10 Freddy Gibbs projects since the last Clips project. So it feels more impactful. It feels more epic. It feels like an event. When it's just like, oh, Gibbs dropped another one this year. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like people are you know, it's that for a lot of people. Not y'all, but for a lot of people, you know. And so it's hard for me. You know what I mean? I think, just like I said, I like the production. I see somebody call it lo-fi beats to sit to today. I almost blocked you on Twitter for that. You know what I mean? But Out to me is doing this damn thing on here. And Freddie, like, in the same way that the Clips can make everything so luxurious and so fly and so rich sounding, I feel like Freddie can do the opposite of that with making everything. He sound like the homie. It sound like a nigga you know from your block. You know what I mean? It sound like somebody who a rapper you know trying to make it, even though he or just made it. Like, it's something about Freddie's point of view that attracts me to his music. You know what I'm saying?
I think I know what it is. There's a level of transparency to his gangsterness.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like he'll you know what I mean? He still talks that gangster shit, but there'll be 1 or 2 bars that give you that transparency that lets you see through.
Like, this is a real human being. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Shouts to the real humans.
I think Mace is half right. It's the nostalgia is definitely there, you know, but it's a culmination of a whole bunch of shit, bro. Like, it's the age of these niggas. Like, I'm talking about everything outside the music first. You know what I'm saying? The age, you're like, oh shit, the Clips is back. 52-year-old Malice, 48-year-old Push. Let's see what they're gonna do. Pharrell's back in production. His shit been a little shaky for a while. Let's see what he gonna do. Virginia's back. There's a whole thing behind that. The rollout being such an exceptional rollout that it was. The Nas verse, the Kendrick Lamar verse, the you know what I'm saying? The going to get everybody up, Tyler, going to get everybody to kind of like build in the Tiny Desk, the interviews, the shows. Niggas did the Hot 97 block party the other day. Like, so this shit is still going. It's that and the music hit though, bro. Like the music hitting is like very vital in that conversation. It's like it's everything we thought it was gonna be, but this shit was that and better, bro. And I just feel like if this was Triple S and going against Let God Sort Him Out, I don't know, bro. I don't know. This will be a very I might say Freddie, depending on what day it is, bro. That Freddie Gibbs album is really like an amazing album, but like it's everything, bro. And when I listened to the Clips album the first time, the feeling I got, like, yo, like, okay, it's like home cooking. You know, they said I could make it like how mom make it, and you like, nah, you can't make it how mom make it. You trying this mad close to mom's recipe. You like, nah, you wanted something. It was like that, bro. When I listened to the Freddie, I was like, this is great music. Like, these niggas, Alchemist, you can't lose. Freddie, you can't lose. But I didn't get the same feeling I got listening to the Clips, bro. I got a feeling like a jolt listening to that Clips album, like the aggression. Like look at the verses from Push, bro. Side on the tiny desk. Like there's not a moment like that on this Freddie Gibbs album. You get what I'm saying? Like to what Joff was saying, there's not a moment where you take away like, yo, there's so many takeaway moments on the Clips album, you know? Like it just is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I want to separate because I feel like a couple people, I think Jarv and you, Dini, talked about like the cultural impact. I want to put that aside for a moment, and you know try to assess it as much as I can in a certain type of vacuum, just the vacuum of like song for song, lyric for lyric, beat for beat, music for music. You know what I mean? And that alone, even without the rollout, without the hype, with all the social media, without the performances on Jimmy Fallon and wherever the block party, wherever the Clips performed as well, just musically, and the feeling that I got, the impact, the personal impact that I had listening to the music, Clips clears. It clears. Let God sort them out. Clears.
Can I throw it?
Beat for beat, bar for bar, theme for theme. It clears.
Can I
Dina,
ask one question?
Yeah.
You going with the Freddie Gibbs or the Raekwon? I'm going with the Ray. Like that Ray, he's another one of those moments where I'm like, that Ray album was
album of the year list.
I was very shocked, yet I was very impressed, bro. Like maybe that's what it is. It's the nostalgia, yet the impression with the nostalgia. Like I'm thinking, what would this be like? And maybe my bar is like this might be a 5 or 6, and I get a 7 or 8, and I'm like, yo, like this is way better than I thought it was gonna be. This is actually really, really good. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's like that could be a trap niggas fall into. I just feel like when I listen to this, it's a good album, but it don't give me the feeling that all the other albums we named. It don't give me the Triple S. It don't give me the Bandana. It's still I just don't want to downplay that it's a good album. It's not saying it's not as great as his last albums, you know what I'm saying? But it's still a really good project.
Gibbs versus Ray. I'm gonna give that one to Gibbs. Slightly, but I'm gonna give it to Gibbs.
Teach his own.
But the Clips, and like I want to be careful because I don't want to make it seem like I'm overstating. You know what I mean? I don't want to make it seem like I'm overhyping. But that Clips album is such a moment. And again, separating it from the cultural impact, separating it from as best as I can from the 16 years since we've heard them together. You know what I mean? Separating it from Pharrell being back in his bag. It's just that album gave me so many moments where I'm just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Just the plain old holy shit. You know what I mean? Chains and Whips. Holy shit. So be it. Even though we had already heard the single. You know what I mean? But to this day, I listen to So Be It. I'm still in awe at how fucking Pharrell made that beat. POV.
Moments.
With the Tyler and then the beat switch from Malice. You know what I mean? Mike Tyson Blow to the Face might be the hardest song I've heard in like 5 years, bro. FICO. The whole song with Stove God on the hook, but that Malice verse.
Yeah.
That Malice verse is a godly fucking verse. You go back in history, and again, I don't want to make it sound like a hyperbole or that I'm overhyping, because y'all know I try not to do that. You know what I mean? I like to be the guy that said, no, I got to take my time and like listen to
digest the project and all that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I listened to that FICO verse from Malice, and I go back in history of all the hip hop quotables, the verses of the year. That Malice verse is godly. It's elite. It's perfect. It's a perfect verse. It's as perfect a verse as anybody could craft.
And speaking
You know
of
what I mean?
Malice, it's like, how is he still so good?
You know what I
I'm
mean?
saying?
And
Came
so
back strong,
you
bro.
have
Like,
you have all of these moments musically. Again, I'm still just sticking with the music. You have all of these moments musically.
I got
This
something to say to that,
This Alfredo 2 just doesn't, I'm sorry, it doesn't hold up. And then you add on top of that the cultural impact, the history, they just got back together after 16 years. You know what I mean? They
it's a lot
they
there.
link it back with Pharrell. You know what I mean? All the performances, the whole rollout. I almost forgot the fucking Tiny Desk. You know, it's a lot. This Freddie is good. It's good. Let it be good.
Mesito, you said you had something to say?
No, I was actually about to say that I got a reply to Sin about that, but I want to hear what you have to say about this first. That's what I was about to say.
No, I mean, I'm in the same boat as Sin. When album for album, it's the clips. I'm not drunk off the clips. I ain't gonna lie, I came into this project hoping to say that Freddie Gibbs got him out of there just based on recent history. You know, I'm like, if anyone could do it, it would be Gibbs. I just don't think Gibbs did it with this one. And that's all right. You know, still a good album. Let's be clear. Bears Repeating, not a good album, but if we're talking about overall bodies of work that includes very high highs, I've already decreed on the Rap Roundtable this album's a classic. Gibbs ain't give me a classic, so how I'm gonna say it's better?
And that's the thing, right? About the high highs, because to me, Gibbs is so good at putting together an album, as well as Alchemist, two album masters together. You know what I mean? So the sequencing is always going to be on point. The matching of the production is always going to be on point. So that's really part of what, makes me feel like this album is so good. But I just looked at this Clips track list, bro, and I'll say this. If we rank the top 10 songs between both albums, the Clips probably got like 7 or 8 of those. You know what I mean? Like, that's
bro.
The highs are high as fuck.
It is what it is.
People gotta stop lying out there, man. Because I've been on Twitter. People gotta stop lying.
I forgot about POV that quick,
come
bro.
on,
Like,
bro.
shit.
Mark Lamont Hill, you gotta stop lying, bro.
Yeah.
Stop lying.
I think Mark Lamont Hill was playing the contrarian angle.
Alfredo.
You heard Sam?
Yeah, I think so too. Probably.
Yo, you know what? Joey Badass dropped this week. Maybe he might low-key have a contender. Because people front on Joey because, the West Coast got mad or whatever. But if we talking album for album, Joey catalog is right there.
Mm-hmm.
Joey,
and he got a point.
2000,
99. Speak on it,
Joey got some joints.
Joey might mess around and shock the world this Friday.
2000
is Joey like 4 for 5 in his career, like on his albums?
Why in his cat? That's why when Rayvon was trying to play.
He got some joints, man.
What a classic!
Trying to play the failed rapper card. It was like, who are you, Ray? You know what I'm saying? Like
I've done a lot more than you.
Badass as an actor is because his raps got him there. You know what I mean? So he might mess around. And the way he rapped when he got them out of there, he's improved his pen. Pause.
Yeah.
So
and new incoming challenger. I don't know if the fellas saw. Conway just announced.
Yeah.
Bullets,
22nd.
He's back.
Miss Bullets. Some shit is a little weird.
He's
but
back.
Rock Nation, just like the Clips. Mm-hmm. So we may have a new contender, guys. Conway on the way.
And look, I just want to put this comment up real quick. Penelope, like I sort about was the perfect diversity of raps and the perfect amount of tracks. Great features too. And here's the thing, like the diversity of raps, the diversity of songs and vibes and themes and just diversity in general. You know what I mean? That's for me what was missing from Alfredo 2. Because I go back to Alfredo 1, and again, I get a diversity of sounds on it. You know what I mean? It's all Alchemist, but it's different. It's different bags that Alchemist is digging into. Here, it's like Alchemist kept going to the same bag over and over and over again, and it's a good bag to go to. But I needed some variety on it.
Michael Brown saying that ain't nobody mad, Jarv. Like, and then he references DJ Head and Gina Views. So, do I know Gina Head? I mean, Gina Head. Gina Views or DJ Head? Have I conversed with these people? Or have I seen people in our comment sections, in our Twitter mentions, Still dissing Joey Badass to this day. Imagine you mentioning people with platforms that I don't know when I'm talking about my comment section that I see day to day. Get it, Michael Brown, you better than that, gang. Anyway, Nick, they mad at Joey Badass. Trust me. The West Coast, there's a decent amount of people who would still tell you that Joey didn't win that. But I digress. Maybe they just, like Sin said, maybe they just lying in the comments. But yeah, they the champions right now, the Clips. The Clips got the best album of the year as far as rap goes. It is what it is, man. I got a question for y'all. Did y'all hear that Benny project? Did y'all get around to Summertime Butch too?
I still haven't tapped
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
I don't have to lie, like, because
No,
I know I listened. I just want to
I begrudgingly listen.
I'm gonna throw some takes out there real quick. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, hit the notification bell, all that. We need 500. Let me get in the camera. 500 like on every video. I think Summertime Butch is pretty solid work. It's not as good as Summertime Butch 1, but to me, as far as coming out of the Def Jam situation, what that album was, I'll put this in the good category. I'm willing to do that. The joint with Bun B is fire.
Listen. I'm
willing to call it pause. I'm willing to call it solid.
I'm giving it good.
Solid for me.
I'm giving it good.
I
still am missing the spark from Benny from maybe 2-3. Is a certain spark Benny had that seemed like he was about to be the number one nigga. I'm missing that right now.
That really him and Conway, bro. They both were right there and just kind of like maybe that's what it is. They got paid.
What's the joint that was like a Lucy, Jov? Like it was some joint like right around that Rick Ross time.
Well, Mr. Pyrex, man.
Yeah, like I don't like A+. I'm missing A+ Benny right now.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, gang. I don't know if we're gonna get that back. They got paid. I think Conway's still getting better. Benny seems as though he's very happy. Even he got the song on Summertime Butch
Cruise Control
called I Told You So. So he's kind of like celebrating his wins and whatnot. I don't hear the hunger. I could be misconstruing it because at the same time he did just drop Stabbed and Shot 2 last year.
Yeah, that was
he was rapping his ass off. So yeah. I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared to just kick Benny back and to say he's fat and satisfied. I think that this project is just another good one. And then we got views from Vlad in here, right? Views from Vlad, right? In our chat. You know what? I knew you couldn't help yourself, views, because Vlad, we came in, we threw out the tweet, out saying that we were going to compare the Freddy Gibbs to the Clips project, right? And views from Vlad told the Rap Roundtable that he was going to be watching the Star Report on Twitter. Yet, here goes views in our chat. What you doing here, Vlad? If you said you was going to watch the Star Report and we said we don't care because we got our team over here, gang. What you doing in our chat, Vlad?
Vlad is my guy. I follow him on Twitter. We follow each other, but he constantly flames us for our takes. Like immediately after the show,
Vlad, what it is
in our mentions. So for Vlad to be like, I'm gonna watch Star Report, but then you in our mentions regularly. Now you in the chat, Vlad. You know the New York nigga in me is like, fuck out of here, Vlad. I'm talking way too hot to be here right now, Vlad. Come on, gang. You out of pocket, Vlad. Oh, shit. I'm at work. You got me crashing a little bit.
The red room, nigga.
The red room, bro.
Yo, OVO to the front of the line, man. Front of the line. What's going on with Drake? Central C record ain't dropped. I got the company man texting me. Your man voice is cracking on the stage, running across the stage and whatnot. What's going on in the OVO camp? Your man is going down a very whirlpool-like drain, gang. What's up?
What's with the canceled shows? What happened?
Damn,
a whirlpool with another top 10 record. Can I be so lucky? Come on, guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Listen. I didn't see the voice cracking joint that you might be talking about. Is that like an old clip you was talking about? The one I know there was like an old performance clip. But listen, Joe, forgive me, bro. I don't feel like OVO is in the spiral right now, bro. We got another week, another top 10 record. You know, we all watched episode 2. You know what I mean? We see Pinocchio.
I didn't watch episode 2.
We got Pinocchio.
I was outside.
I'm not letting you get away with that because I know you saw when I texted in the group chat, it was the next morning. And I was like, God damn, not even for the podcast that I remember this fucking Drake episode 2 of Iceman rollout. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody watched that shit, bro.
Sin
But
was
you.
prepped.
Even the ladies is like the Central C song is mid. The chicks are saying that.
That which one is slow
the
motion?
listens don't say that, John.
Yeah,
What you
the
mean?
which I heard it outside. They
Drake
were
is a
still they were shaking
megastar.
ass to it.
He's always gonna chart. Like play that game with niggas that don't know.
But I'm saying he released the record to
look
drop.
where May shoulders at, son.
They up, they high.
Released the record to chart. It didn't chart it. You know what I
The
mean?
high shoulder down.
Listen, y'all.
Yo,
I don't feel like
trepidation.
we've had many times where the OVO compound could be attacked. But what you mean? We doing good right now. The Central C joint, the episode 2, the Iceman on the way. What's the problem with OVO? I feel like we in a good condition right now, to be honest with you.
He started stuttering a lot more than I'm accustomed to from Mace. He's usually a lot clearer with his delivery.
Yeah,
I'm the one that
seeing
stutters.
Mace like
Mace
this.
is usually, you know what I mean?
On attack mode. Yeah.
Super clear.
It's no go time.
I got to, because the slant is getting out of control, guys. You know what I mean?
No, I did hit a record play this weekend, and the ladies were moving
heard the
to it.
joint.
I did. I seen it.
I seen
It's one of those. It's a Drake record, bro.
Joe Budden complimented it. I'm like, oh, it must be safe to compliment Drake out in these streets.
Wait,
you know what I mean?
Was it Joe Budden or was it the Joe Budden podcast?
Because
Budden was not there. See, man, you see how Mace is trying to get
lies of omission, bro.
Budden is the #1 shoulder shaker this side of Sincere the Rap Time. So I know Joe Budden loves that song, bro. We know he was in the spot with the shaking shoulders, bro.
Yo,
you know what I mean? So I called this, and I'm still there around the time when we was speaking on the pop out situation. I made a statement way back then that Drake is about to get on his Thanos. He's about to collect the international stars. That's about to be the vibe moving forward. So you about to see Burna Boy on tracks. You about to see Central C on tracks. You might even get that vibes track. And Dean, I know you back on the OVO team. He's going get vibes on the Drake track.
I said he's gonna have to go full left, bro, and just like it's gonna be just party tunes every joint. And like I said, from what I've seen this weekend,
hold on, Dean.
It's
party
moving.
Tracks, but with that beat that was playing in the elevator, niggas want to hear Drake rap over that. So that's the thing. Like, yeah, you know, I feel like your perspective is gonna say how you feel about this Drake situation, but it's looking right now. It's looking successful to me. I don't remember discussing Ja Rule in 2006.
We haven't seen someone this dog do this well. I give you that. If that's we haven't.
Fighting back.
We haven't. Sick can acknowledge that too. You know what I'm saying?
2006 was 3 years after 50 Cent, like 4 years after.
To the point that it went from he can't drop, he not gonna sell to he only went number 2. Only went number 7.
Yeah, only number 2.
Let's wait another 3 or 4 years to see what happens.
Moved. They are.
Still getting the spins, still getting the listens.
Listen, while Mason is rehashing Hove bars and telling us that our whole perspective is whack, I'm gonna have to say that this is another mid song. You know what I mean? It's another miss. It's another. You know what I mean? It's cool for right now, but is it gonna stick around? You know what I mean? Look, I was tapped into that Iceman episode 1 part of the rollout.
Yeah,
I mean it was like, all right, you know what I mean? Let's see what the boy got.
Interesting.
And you know, the whole live stream, the whole you know, in some facility in a factory somewhere, him driving through the streets, getting called I don't know I forgot what he was called, but getting screamed on by fans. Like, all right, you know, that was cool for that first episode, but now like episode 2, like when I tell you, I like for podcast purposes, I literally forgot. You know what I mean? That like I put my own personal feelings aside when it's you know, stuff with Drake comes up, and I'm like, all right, I gotta tap in for podcast purposes. I gotta have my takes, I gotta have my thoughts in order You know,
So
but
before you
you know,
cook, I
all
got
that.
family. I gotta handle some family business.
Copy.
Make sure you
Yes,
cook.
sir,
You
Mace.
know what I mean? OVO defenders, hold me down.
Yes,
Dean, you
yes.
number one. You number
You
one.
want, you know the vibes, my
Appreciate
guy.
y'all. Have a good
Yeah.
one, man.
Peace.
Macito.
But I tell you, that night came and went. I woke up the next morning. I see, and here's the thing too. Like I saw very few accounts on Twitter talking about it, and you know what I mean. It was a very sparse amount of chatter about it, enough to make me feel like, oh shit, like I forgot that even happened last night. But not enough for me to be like, oh, this is something that I really have to tap into and pay attention to. To this day, I haven't gone back to watch it. I saw some shit about like, a Pinocchio figure following him around in the streets. This is the thing about Drake, where it's like he tries, when he tries to be like figurative and metaphorical and like be a little deeper than usual, have some symbolism. It never lands. It never, because that's just not him. It's not who he is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so like I'm looking at this like whole Pinocchio figure thing, and I'm like, all right, so I'm assuming you're calling Kendrick a liar and a puppet. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? But I'm looking at certain clips on Twitter, and I'm like, bro, this shit looks weird and cringy, just like episode 1 looked weird and cringy. You know what I mean? To the point where like, all right, he drops the song. The song might be cool, you know, if you hear it in the spot or whatever, might be cool for the next couple of weeks or so, but just everything else that's surrounding it. You know what I mean? Because half of Drake's superpower was the persona that he built for himself. He just doesn't have that persona anymore, to the point where like the aura is gone. the aura is depleted, to the point where like even if he does drop a song that might go in the clubs, and you know, people on the Joe Budden podcast, not Budden himself because he wasn't there, but other people from the podcast was like, oh shit, like, you know, I might hear this in the spot and it might go, you know what I mean? That's cool. The song itself might do that, but the other half of it, the persona, the aura that followed along with it, it's not there anymore. And that's the thing that used to carry Drake on forward. It wasn't just the songs, it was the fact that he was Teflon at the time, and he's not Teflon no more. You know what I mean? So that's why this is why I feel like we're seeing these songs that you know, kind of spike real quick. People have like a little bit of interest in it, and then it fizzles out just as quick because he doesn't have the aura to carry it over the way that he used to. You know what I mean? This is, to me, there's going to be another example of that. I might be wrong. I don't think that I am.
Like I said, it wasn't like, I feel like Drake truly feel like he lost like the hip hop fans, like the true diehard hip hop fans. I already lost y'all niggas between lawsuits and all the crazy shit I've done. I lost y'all. This is to get back my core fan base, which are not necessarily hip hop heads, but people that just love popular music. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop a couple of, you know what I'm saying, like blow. No, in fact, I'm not saying that word anymore. I've gotten out of that. I've gotten better. My apologies to y'all. I've matured. So like the whole, like, you know what I'm saying, pon men, pon them. Sometimes like that's the new vibe he's on. Hence why he gave them the shout out. I understand you got your Timberland boo kicked out of America. Now you over there. I respect everything that Drake is doing is basically last resort, and that's why everything the record feels last resort. But I've seen the record in action, and the record's gonna do what it's gonna do. You get what I'm saying? Is it gonna have Sin in the club going crazy? No, but you might show the shake to it. You know, like niggas look at it a little dub or something like that kind of vibe. Like, do I think it's going to be game-changing movies for me and you to talk about, like, yo, you heard the new Drake song, this and the third, give dissertations? No. But for the casual fan who wants a nice little vibe in the club, you know what I'm saying? They're going to put that on the club. It's going, Jav know the vibe. He know he outside too. He know the Caribbean things. When that song come on, they are going to vibe to that, even though it is generic. But that's been Drake's MO. You know what I'm saying? Just give them the McDonald's they want. And we all know McDonald's hits depending on what the vibe is, you know.
I gotta see, bro. I'm not willing to give it that because just based on
Pan gal, it's not
and
enough.
searching outside of the core Aubrey base, which is obviously helping him chart week every time he drops, he's gonna chart because he's a megastar.
You can't,
But
can't lose.
But the people who are like in the middle or the casual music fan, they're not gravitating towards it. And because he's lost the casual music fan and he only has his hardcore fans, I can't confidently say the song is gonna stick around. Could you imagine Nokia before the Kendrick battle?
Out of this world.
We'd still be listening to Nokia.
They'd be out of here.
Would have been
Out of here. I'm talking about
no question.
Smashes, and I feel like people they miss what we're saying. We're saying Drake's history of having smash hits, he's gonna chart. That's like saying LeBron got 25, 5, and 5 is LeBron James.
But he ain't gonna be that nigga no more.
25, 5, and 5. But how is it? Is it an efficient 25, 5, and 5? Is he settling for 25, 5, and 5 because he can't get you 35 and them legs ain't legging how they used to leg? That's what we saying. Is like, I don't know if he has the legs to give you the smash hits. His fans are gonna make sure he charts. They're gonna run the numbers up. He's still very popular, but it's gonna chart. It's gonna be around for maybe 2-3 weeks. Then it's gonna fade away. As opposed to the Sting, Drake's brand, and the reason why he got a $400 million record deal in the first place was his ability to have that staying power. And I don't think he has that anymore until he gives me a song that really has that staying power. Not a song that lingers for a couple of months. Staying power, God's Plan. What's another one of them joints that just wouldn't go away? The Caribbean One Dance,
Controller.
Hotline Bling.
Even there we go. Even though
I'll even take a 0 to 100 right now. He don't even got one of those in the tuck.
Yeah.
So it's like, the Drake that we know and love? I just don't see it anymore. I feel like he's gonna pop out. And right now, dancehall don't need Drake and Central C. Vibes Cartel is home.
Yeah,
Popcorn is outside. The young guys have been carrying while the old OGs going through whatever they was going through. They still outside. Skilly Bang is outside for my Caribbeans. They know what it is. So it's like, in whatever vein that he's trying, he might as well go to England and just become a driller. Go make go make a grime album. Go get the rest of them dudes and go make the grimiest grime album of all time because the States ain't jacking it. Dancehall don't need you. And I don't even know how much dancehall love Central C like that. I don't know what Central C
hip hop gave up on the nigga. Like it's
and the thing is,
a cold world, man.
Like I've noticed that he's more than usual trying to convince people of the things that he's saying. Like for instance, the whole thing about while he's in the UK, the Wireless Fest, saying that UK rappers are better than American rappers. He's trying to create a narrative and he's trying to convince people. On this very song, there's a line in there. This is the one line that really stuck with me. He says, "This is what a single's supposed to sound like." Who are you trying to convince, Drake? Who are you trying to convince? Are you mad that the landscape of music is evolving past the generic shit that you've been feeding us for the last 5 to 10 years? Like, because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like he's mad that you got the Kendricks eating, you got the Tylers eating, you got a lot of different vibes out here. They're all eating. You know what I mean? We don't have to go back to the same well over and over and over again. He's stuck going back to that same well over and over, and he's trying to convince us that this is the only well to go to. And it's not. You know what I mean? Stop trying to convince us or convince yourself. This is a lifelong battle with yourself, man.
Kendrick showed that.
Yeah. And it's like, at this point, I need to hear the timestamp. The timestamp is going to decide a lot. Because if you say an Iceman and he running from Pinocchio, and even if he did kind of get the reference kind of wrong, but the Pinocchio chasing you, and you're in reality, in our perspective, it looks like the lies that you've been telling are chasing you down, as opposed to you running from the liar. It all, I guess, is a matter of perspective. The timestamp song is going to tell: Are you going to address the situation, or are you just going to rap and IG quotes again, like IG captions? Pardon me. Like we need you, if you're going to do this and you're going to give us a timestamp and you teasing it because you're in the airport, so you're going to your location to do the timestamp record. Well, you better talk about everything.
Fire.
You better say Kendrick name. You better diss him. You better diss
Introspection.
everybody who's burying you. You better stand up for yourself as opposed to being passive aggressive.
Yeah. No more.
Still not jacking it.
Nah, I'm just saying.
Sin really want the bars. If the bars are there, Sin will listen
I'm
to
always
it.
want the bars.
Look, because like again, I don't mean to do this, but we always take it back to like the Nas and Jay battle and the aftermath of all of that, and how we got Blueprint 2 and we got Last Written Alive. Yeah, I mean, and there was so much so much storytelling, so many layers within those two songs. So much of, and and they didn't shy away from really addressing the issues at hand. You know what I mean? They weren't afraid to address it directly. You know what I mean? He's still going to be throwing subs, Drake. This guy Drake. You know what I mean? He's still going to be throwing subs till his casket drops. He doesn't know. It's like he doesn't know any other way. It's frustrating.
How does he address the lawsuit and the raps though? Like, do niggas
Find a
even
way. Here's the thing. If you're really that guy, you can do it. You could do it. Find a way. Find a way or shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? That's all I gotta say.
Get the money, I was glad to. Took it to the lawsuit, I had to. Kendrick had my back against the wall. I had to fall, couldn't stand tall. Call my dogs. I don't know how. That'll be a complicated rap, bro.
Thanks a lot, Dini. Now they're gonna put that and say you tried to rhyme like Drake.
Yeah. Yo, my dog. Yo.
Oh my god.
Probably in some weird accent.
I gotta rap like Kendrick too for niggas to leave me alone. But yeah, I just that part is the inescapable part. Because even like the street niggas to the sidewalk niggas, the suing part just it don't connect. Like that plug just won't, you know what I'm saying? The square peg with the round, it just don't work for niggas. That's the part I feel like the explanation is gonna be brutal, bro.
And here's the thing, I feel like he's I don't know, he's just kind of done away with the rap fan, the cloth, the guys that's looking for him to rap, to really rap and to address issues in the raps and to be direct and to like it feels like he's just all around moved away from that. And I don't think he quite understands how much, like, it would go such a long way for him to get that aura back, for him to actually make that move. You know what I mean? But to him, it's like, this is unnecessary. I don't even need that audience anymore. I don't need that crowd. And that crowd went and picked Kendrick anyway. Why do I even want to, appeal to them? You know what I mean? And this is the moment where he should be appealing to them the most, because otherwise that was supposed to be his core base. Now he's got, he's gonna go do UK stuff over here and vibe stuff over there and West Indian stuff over in another location. But if you don't have that core, if you don't have that foundation, if you don't have roots anywhere, this is what it always comes back to. Like Drake doesn't have any real roots, and the roots that he had was building off of hip hop. And if he just does away with his hip hop roots and tries to do everything else, there's no foundation there. He's just going to be floating out there in the ether. You know what I mean? Till he fades away. That's how I see it.
Maybe it's like you just figure like I got so many styles. Whenever like one style fades, I go to the next. I'll do the hip hop shit. Hip hop not fuck with me, cool. I go to the dancehall thing. Dancehall thing not fuck with me. Yo, Bad Bunny. It's the same shit.
He's running out of rooms. Remember he had that club in New York where you could go to a different floor. Each floor had a different. He's running out of floors.
Yeah.
And the thing is that
He might be on Indian music next.
all the vibes that he taps into, he only manages to tap into the most casual of those fans.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
There's a lot of them though.
Nobody. You know, when he does like a dance hall record or whatever, nobody's gonna put him up against like a Vibes Cartel.
Nah,
you know what I mean.
Nah.
It's
Drake's power is that he always had the people who were powerful in those fields support him though. You get what I'm saying? Like he always had the Atlanta support. Popcorn, Vibes Cartel, them niggas fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So he just always felt like the roots were there, even though the roots weren't there. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like the people from there is embracing niggas. Why not? Why if they embrace them? Why not embrace them?
But what do we call that? What do we call that kind of person though?
Chameleon.
Another word.
A grifter.
Grifter. Colonizer.
The goat of the grift.
The goat of the grift. That's a whole nother conversation.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Gentrifier.
We'll get to that one of these days.
That we can use for that.
Yeah. I got anything else next? If not, we can get to the supers, bro.
Yeah, let's get to these supers, man. We're about to tap out. Let's get to these. All right.
LP said, man, it's the Cheesecake Factory of rap. I'm done, bro. Yo, Cheesecake Factory got like 40 different slices of cheesecake, bro.
They got like a whole Bible as a menu, bro. That shit is
facts.
Long as fuck.
Shout out to you, LP.
All right. So I like this name. Starscream 5K.
Fire.
All right, shouts to the
that's a new name.
Yeah.
That new Larry June album and Freddie's new album are absolute fire. But to be fair, I was listening to both albums while driving by the beach. That's a good time to listen to them. Vaping some MJ and just enjoying life. 2025, we eating good. We are eating good. Shouts for $10 Star.
That's the best way to listen to an album, bro. You just the ambiance, the vibe, just pause, take it all in, bro.
We are eating good, and I meant to mention that, like when I first came on talking about Alfredo too, like I see what Jarvis is saying a little bit. My bad for like immediately going to like the clips out, but we are eating very well right now in the second half.
There you go.
Beautifully.
We're eating
that. Since saying I was right, this is a rarity.
At the moment.
We're eating very well because like just a few weeks ago, I had a whole lawn because I was griping with the first half of 2025. This second half of 2025 is delivering on all fronts.
Beautifully.
Eating beautifully. Melanin Man, shouts for the $10.
Salute.
Sir. I was just at like Didi at first. Not sure what that means. But now the routine is clips at the gym and in the whip with the fam. Freddie when I smoke and Alone in the Whip. Both are gonna age as classics 100. All right.
Yeah, a lot of Mary Jane heads in the chat. Salute.
Yes, sir. Cam Porter with the $5. Lately, Benny, Pusha, and Gibbs dropped same year, low-key Cold War. Or am I reaching?
No.
After them disses, them random Coke raps tweets a couple weeks ago, I just don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah. Benny's going to have to come stronger than that. Pause. T-Mac with the $20 just for the love.
Salute, man.
Cam Porter with the $2. Drake dropped a Mandem record after the UK praise. Big shock. Big
Mandem.
Always grifting.
Andre Miller with the $5. In the 90s, Drake would be played out like Kwame and the fucking polka dot.
Wow.
Facts. He's
RP
basically
big.
just a zombie today, dead but walking. Wow. Strong words from Andre.
Damn it. Shout out to Andre.
Cam Porter with the $5. Drake got KO'd. Again. Woke up and tried to bob himself out the rap game with the lawsuit. Yeah, it's inescapable.
Yeah,
moment, no matter
facts,
how dope the tunes are.
Diabolical.
Made some strong points, Cam. Baylor salutes.
BTG, what up?
BTG in the house. The $5 throwing subs while in the lawsuit and getting chased down by Pinocchio is what they came up with in the meeting.
Yeah.
Yo, nasty.
West
Coast Connect.
He might have the worst team.
You know who Drake remind me of now? The more he does these things. You remember the first Horrible Bosses? The son of the company that Colin Farrell played that character?
Yeah.
I remember his name when he was like a wild crash out and he had habits.
Wildin'.
Yeah, man.
If you know horrible bosses, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All of his decisions seem like he's on that Nicki Minaj plan. If you catch
Yeah.
my
Yeah, man. DC Slim with the $2. Eminem and Drake are the
Salute.
biggest frauds of. All right,
Yeah.
relax.
Don't do that to M. We slander M a lot, but don't do that to M.
We do. And no, this actually, I'm glad he said that because this actually reminds me of a thought I was having the other day. I'm gonna have to write it down so I don't forget it, because the ire that I have for Eminem is really just due to his fans and America as a whole.
Right.
The ire I've had for Eminem, I really should be giving to Drake.
Yeah.
I should leave. I should let him live a little bit more. Drake is the one that should be getting all of that ire.
I think it's too late for that, Sin.
Yeah.
Years of ire.
It's been years. I can start rolling it back.
Pent up.
And DC Slim came right back around.
Salute.
Kindred versus Freddy Gibbs. Let's get it. Who's Kindred? Kendrick?
Yeah, Kendrick?
Maybe he meant Kendrick.
Probably.
He probably meant Kendrick. Super easy. It's going to be Kendrick. That's not even like.
Did y'all mention him talking to Currency?
Nah, we didn't.
Gibbs kind of tapping up Currency on that project as well. Is that something we care about?
Tapping up a few people, actually.
Yeah, it's just I never really tapped into Currency like that to really care all that much.
I like
I'll
Currency,
take
but
Freddie
Currency
over
more of like a laid back vibe, like world building kind of rapper. You know what I'm saying? Very smooth type shit. I'm surprised he even went out of Currency.
Yeah, and that's no slander. You know what I mean? I know there's a lot of people that tap into Currency.
But that's why Freddie's Freddie. The smoke is free, and I respect that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep my eye on that situation because I feel like there's gonna be more raps coming out of that soon.
Yeah, probably. You know what I mean? All right, man. I think that's all the super chats. We ready to get up out of here. Dini.
Salute to y'all, man. Shout out to the whole team, man. Shout out to Macito. Had to dip, but he's always here with us. Shout out to Sincere the Rap Snob. Shout out to Jarvie in the Red Room. You know the vibes, man. Shout out to each and every one of y'all in the chat, man, from the day ones to the year sixes. We really appreciate y'all coming through every Monday, kicking it with us, pulling up on them Wednesdays, chopping it with us. You know what the vibes is, man. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You know how to find the Rap Roundtable. Get in tune with us. Every platform has a different vibe, man. You got to get us on the Instagram. We about to get real wavy on the gram, y'all. Holla at us. We love y'all. Monday Night Raw. We're going to do this again next week. You know the vibes, y'all. If anything goes on through the week, too, we will be back at you. We out of here, gang. The Rap Roundtable. Monday Night Raw. Boom.
Can't put it at the buzzer.
100 likes. Hit the like. Hit the like
button,
y'all.
Get him up.
Gibbs said Benny limped away and didn't bust a grape. He called my guy Wink from 8 Mile.
Now, Gibbs can't say that because they hopped him in the spot. Bro. He really can't say nothing. He got jumped.
The barbecue
spot. You gotta take that L and hold it.
We'll talk more about that on 120. Is 129 we doing next?
129 is next.
Yeah, because y'all seen the tweet that I threw up there? I'd like for us to build upon the algorithm being funny with that situation.
Yeah. Let's do it.
We on deck. Salute to y'all. Peace.
Salute everyone. Peace.
Yes, sir. Y'all be good. Hit the like button on the